सुदूर दुर्गम अंचल घर घंच जंगल भितर गाँ आउ शिल्पांचल एक कारखाना एगुड़िक मध्य केमिति संजोग स्थापन हुए केवल विद्युत नुहे देखि हेउनथिबा नेटवर्क एगुड़िक मध्य संजोग स्थापन कराई थाए। भारतर संचारण और वितरण व्यवस्था उत्पादन और वास्तविक जीवन मध्य एक जीवन रेखा जेतेबेले एही नेटवर्क मंथर हो जाए सेतेबेले कारखाना बंद हो जाए हॉस्पिटल ठप हो जाए आउ अंधार रे बसिबाकू पड़े पिलांकू किंतु जेतेबेले यह काम करे सेतेबेले जीवन बदली जाए। तेबे दीर्घ 75 वर्ष धरी अंधार रे थिबा स्थान को आपण केमिति आलोकित करिवे ओडिशा रे सेमाने करिसंती किंतु किभली भारतर विद्युत वितरण रे कोन परिवर्तन होईछि एहा पूर्वापेक्षा काहेकि अधिक गुरुत्वपूर्ण।
Tata Power. Sustainable is attainable.
In a vast and diverse country like India, generating electricity is only half the job. Transmission and distribution is what actually keeps the country running. And at the heart of it all are the DISCOMs, or distribution companies, the unsung operators that bring power right to our homes. In this episode, I travel to Odisha to see how Tata Power, in collaboration with the government of Odisha, is reimagining electricity delivery.
So we took over the first DISCOM at the peak of the first season of COVID, and then the other 3 DISCOMs we took over in the second part of COVID. Then we ensured that there was a good governance structure to make sure that there are no non-compliances of statutory or regulatory norms.
We have a very robust legislative and policy framework at national level. The core lies in the determination and vision, and also good governance in terms of the manning of the boards of the distribution companies, and also selecting good talented people for the regulatory commissions and giving them autonomy.
And today, through 4 major DISCOMs, they serve nearly 47 million people across 1,55,707 square kilometers. It's one of the largest and most complex electricity distribution efforts in the entire country.
चारिटी टाटा पावर डिस्कम ओडिशा रे दक्षिण पश्चिम उत्तर और केन्द्रांचल रे सेवा जोगाउछि। ग्रामांचल और सहरांचल उभय रे निरवच्छिन्न भावे सेवा प्रदान करुछि। तार केन्द्र रे अछि विद्युत वितरण प्राद्योगिक केन्द्र बा PTTC।
I'm here in Bhubaneswar, stepping into what they call the nerve center of all DISCOM in Odisha. This is the command hub where Tata Power tracks, manages and restores power supply to millions of people across the entire state, and it's all happening in real time. This is one of the most important spaces when it comes to power in Odisha. So from the remotest of villages to the busiest of cities in this state, all split-second power decisions are made right here, affecting millions of people across the state.
मु एठाकू मिस्टर चिंतामणि को भेटिबाकू आसीछि। से हेउछन्ति एठाकर प्रत्येकटी गुरुत्वपूर्ण निर्णयर मार्गदर्शक। तांकर निष्पत्ति ही दर्शाउछि जे ओडिशा रे विद्युत वितरण सुचारू रूपे प्रदान करा जाउछि। बिजुली संपर्कित प्रतिटी समस्यार समाधान को सठिक ढंग रे करा जाउछि।
Mr. Chintamani, sir, what a pleasure to meet you. So could you just tell us what exactly goes down here every single day?
This is the place where all the 4 DISCOMs of the state can be monitored and controlled from a single place. So this is not there anywhere in the country. So Odisha is the first state.
What if something happens here, a natural disaster hits here? This is the one spot where it all goes down.
So right now I am standing in a place in Bhubaneswar. Suppose it goes out of everything. There is a very huge cyclone that happens. This goes out. So what I have? I have a backup center of this at Sambalpur, which is a different geographical zone, and therefore I can shift the controls from this place to that place, and this is evident for all the other 3 DISCOMs also. we are ensuring that in the event of any kind of a catastrophe, I can still continue my operation, and that is what is business continuity.
Okay, sir, I'm excited. Let's roam around and please explain to me how all this.
So as we move around, I would like to tell you that all of this is actually controlled by a system called as SCADA. All the geographical information that you see here is the map of Odisha that we are seeing.
Right.
And this highlighted one is the central Odisha. So this is how all of the network of Odisha is getting mapped in this.
Each power grid is mapped.
Each consumer is mapped. So another important feature, if at all you want to capture here, is the weather part of it, where we were actually able to track the trajectory of the cyclone Dana, which hit us somewhere in October or November last year. We have been able to superimpose that trajectory on our map.
One sec, this is the trajectory, which means the cyclone is
Cyclone
arriving.
trajectory, and it is this path that it will follow. So I can evacuate people, and this is all happening live. So we know in real time what is it. There are many other things that we do. The load of Odisha right now here is about 5,799 megawatt. Real time you are able to monitor this, and that too sliced in all the 4 discoms. I mean, any dip in the power will be immediately detected.
Oh, look at that. The Puri Rath Yatra power monitoring dashboard.
Yeah.
So 10 days, huh? Events.
Right.
And days where you know power interruption is going to be big. And how do you preempt it and make sure that there's no power problem there?
So, Puri is a very important event. So, every what you call substation in Puri is monitored round the clock to tell you where the power is flowing and what is the kind of power that is required. If that all there happens to be a glitch, within a fraction of a second, we are able to restore that.
We've just witnessed the massive scale of power operations run by seasoned experts. But the real story, it's being written by the next generation. And here at PDTC, young engineers are discovering purpose and building careers right here in their home ground. And today I'm meeting one such talent, a symbol of what's possible when the opportunity to thrive exists within the state itself. Mr. Tripathi, hi. Cyrus.
Hello, Ravi. Nice to meet you. Please have a seat.
Lots of questions. So why I'm so interested to chat with you is because you grew up in Odisha, right?
Yes.
And आप पूरा देश मतलब visit करके you worked all across the country and you've come back home.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what you do, where in Odisha you're from.
So I am from the Koraput district of Odisha, the southernmost part of Odisha. So that is counted as one of the largest districts of Odisha undivided. After once I've joined Tata Power, I've been to places and carrying all those experience and coming back home and contributing to my homeland, motherland. So that gives the immense pride to us. The best part is we are evolving with technology. We are enhancing, we are using technology to the best. So, when there is no technology available, you get an information from field, you assign some crew, you send it to the field. So it usually takes 1 to 2 hours for an actual restoration to happen. But using this, you can gauge it very fast. You can do the restoration very fast. So we get it restored within half an hour or faster than that, if not.
Wow, that's speed. In my childhood, this would take hours. So it's just like really exciting and mind-blowing how fast this is all happening and operating and how much of an impact that actually has economically, even emotionally in people's lives.
Maybe we have a live fault, so we can see that so you just see there is one feeder with, you see this red one blinking.
Yeah.
So this is 111 kV feeder which has now tripped. So now we can see the power supply is not available at this
Right, you can see it's stripped, right?
Yes.
See that.
Here you see the entire consumers are out of supply now. So we will try to restore that as soon as possible.
From here, huh?
Yes, definitely. And this is the tentative area where we are expecting the fault to happen. That is what has been predicted. So we'll isolate that faulty part and we will try to restore that.
So the mechanism can self-restore itself. Oh, it's done?
I think it's already done. Well, this is the speed with which we are able to actually restore power.
But this is a mechanism that also self-restores. I mean, it can reset itself.
Yes, there is a technology which we have adopted, which is called a self-healing grid, which is deployed at our other discoms also. So with that, we can auto-detect fault and also auto-restore power.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
This is such good work. Onwards and upwards.
Thank you so much.
What I learned at this center from the engineers and the young change makers I met is this: the lights stay on. Through cyclones, scorching summers, and even during the Rath Yatra, where millions flood the streets for one of the world's grandest festivals. This is no coincidence. It is the result of places like the PDTC, where technology, teamwork, and trust come together to quietly power an entire state.
Tata Power. Sustainable is attainable. Tata Power. Sustainable is attainable.
For our next stop, we're heading south to Ganjam, a district located on Odisha's coastline where industrial zone is quietly thriving. At the heart of Odisha's industrial belt stands Grasim Industries, a caustic soda manufacturing plant that is redefining industrial excellence. And today, over 16% of their energy comes from clean sources, powering operations that are both stronger and greener.
ମୁଁ ଏଠାକୁ ଶ୍ରୀ ମାହେଶ୍ୱରୀଙ୍କୁ ଭେଟିବାକୁ ଆସିଛି। ତାଙ୍କଠାରୁ ଜାଣିବା ଯେ କିଭଳି ଏତେ ବଡ଼ କାରଖାନାକୁ ବିଜୁଳି ସଙ୍କଟ ଯୋଗୁଁ ବିରାଟ କ୍ଷତି ସହିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଲା। ଏହା ସହିତ କିଭଳି TPSODL କାରଖାନାକୁ ସେହି ସଙ୍କଟରୁ ଉଦ୍ଧାର କଲା।
So Nikhil, thanks so much for chatting with us. Let's go back a few years where you had power outage, where you had voltage fluctuations, and how did that affect you vis-a-vis now where you have constant power?
Constant power is basically a requirement for this plant.
Bilkul.
Suppose if power interruption is there, so anything can happen. I would like to give you an example that if suppose power failure is there, our emergency DG will not start. Then there is a chance of chlorine leakage. And if chlorine leakage is there, then whole periphery will be in trouble. Reliability was also an issue. After acquisition of Tata Power, जब Tata Power ने इसको acquire किया, तो सबसे पहले जो हमारा कम्युनिकेशन था कि स्टेबल कैसे किया जाए ग्रिड को, जो लाइन है हमारी उसको स्टेबल कैसे किया जाए। फिर हम लोगों ने टाटा पावर के साथ में एक सर्वे किया पूरी लाइन का, राइट। उसमें काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें निकल के आई। तो सबसे पहला हमारा जो पॉइंट था, मुझे याद आ रहा है कि इसमें अर्थिंग वायर नहीं था, जो कि लाइटनिंग के टाइम पे कभी भी प्लांट ट्रिप हो जाता था और हमको पता भी नहीं रहता था कि दोबारा तो नहीं ट्रिप होगा, क्या पता। सो उन्होंने काफ़ी हद तक उस शटडाउन को मिनिमाइज़ किया। दे वर्क अप टू एक्सटेंडेड आवर्स ऑल्सो एंड दे कम्प्लीटेड द जॉब इन 3 to 4 days, विच इज़ अ वेरी बेंचमार्किंग टाइप ऑफ वर्क। सो हम लोग जब वो लाइटनिंग अरेस्टर का जो अर्थ फायर हम लोगों ने लगाया, तो उसके बाद से पावर फ्लक्चुएशन में ड्रास्टिकली चेंज आया। मतलब जो पावर फ्लक्चुएशन पहले महीने में 6-7 बार हो जाया करता था, अभी वो एक बार भी नहीं होता है।
Thank you so much for chatting with us. We are so happy you have constant power and keep up the awesome work. From delays and downtime to stability and growth, uninterrupted power has transformed operations at this caustic soda factory. And it's not just about keeping the lights on. It's about unlocking potential that was once held back by constant power cuts and voltage fluctuations. And behind this transformation is TPSODL's commitment to reliable infrastructure, proving that when power systems evolve, entire businesses can thrive.
All businesses, whether large or small, they will depend on electricity distribution companies for their requirements. Even if the large businesses draw power from open access, they will use grid, and grid has to be reliable and capable.
Tata Power Western Odisha Distribution Limited has been extending power lines deep into remote tribal regions and forest villages, where access is more than just infrastructure, it's transformation.
ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ କାହାଣୀ ହେଉଛି ପଶ୍ଚିମ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ଏକ ଆଦିବାସୀ ଗାଁ ଡୁବୁକୁ ବିଷୟରେ, ଯେଉଁଠି ବର୍ଷ ବର୍ଷ ଧରି ଅନ୍ଧାରକୁ ଆଦରି ନେଇଥିଲେ ଲୋକେ।
ଗାଁରେ ଲାଇନ୍ ନଥିବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ କିଛି ମାନେ ସୁବିଧା ପାଇପାରୁ ନଥିଲୁ, ସବୁ କିଛି ମାନେ ଅନ୍ଧାରରେ ରହୁଥିଲୁ। ଆଉ ଛୁଆମାନଙ୍କ ସ୍କୁଲ ସବୁ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧାରେ ପଡ଼ୁଥିଲା। ସେ ଖରା ମାସରେ ଗରମର ଆମେ ସହି ନାଇଁ ପାରବା, କିନ୍ତୁ କେନ୍ ଗଛ ମୂଳରେ ବସିକି ରହୁଥିଲୁ। ଆଉ ଏଟା ଆମ ମାନେ ଲାଇନ୍ ନଥିବାର ମାନେ କିଛି ସୁବିଧା ପାଇ ନ ପାରୁଥିଲୁ। ଛୁଆମାନଙ୍କରଟା ଫେର କିଛି ସୁବିଧା ହେଉନଥିଲା।
यहाँ का लोकल पब्लिक वॉइस रेज किए कि ये विलेज में पावर सप्लाई नहीं है। और जब पहला विजिट में हम सोचे कि ये जस्ट टेक्निकल गैप नहीं है, ये एक सोशल जस्टिस है, तो इसलिए हम लोग इसको प्रायोरिटी में लेंगे।
2018 को फेरीजिबा 4.5 किलोमीटर केबल बिछा जाइथिला सेठाकार लोकंकु केवल आशा देखा जाइथिला 11 केबी तारर शिलान्यास होइथिला एवं 6.8 लाख टंका व्ययर एक ट्रांसफार्मर मरामती करा जाइथिला।
जब बिजली लाने का प्रोसेस शुरू किए, हम लोग मीटिंग किए, उनका अवेयरनेस बढ़ाए और प्रोसेस कैसे क्या प्रोसेस में होगा उनको बताए और ओनरशिप उनको दिया गया है, तो उस प्रोसेस से क्लिक किया और उनका सपोर्ट से ही ये काम कंप्लीट हो पाया। जब फर्स्ट बल्ब लाइट अप हुई थी उस टाइम में लोगों का जो खुशी था, छोटे छोटे बच्चों का जो खुशी था, वो आज भी याद आ रहा है कि कैसे उनका लाइफ था और कैसे क्या हो गया।
ଆମ ଗାଁରୁ ଲାଇଟ୍ ଜଳୁଥିବା ମାନେ ଜଲ୍ଲା ଥାନୁ ଆମେ ବହୁତ ଖୁସିରେ ଅଛୁ। ଆଉ ଯାହା ପଙ୍ଖାରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଗରମରେ ଆମେ ରହିଯାଉଥିଲୁ, ଏଇଟା ପଙ୍ଖା ଲଗେଇକି ଏଇଟା ଆମେ ସବୁ ଖୁସିରେ ଅଛୁ। ଯାହା ବିଦ୍ୟୁତ ଜଳୁଛି ଛୁଆମାନଙ୍କର ପାଇଁ ଷ୍ଟଡି କରିବା ଲାଗି ବହୁତ ସୁବିଧା ପାଇପାରୁଛୁ ଆମେ ଏଇଟା।
ବିଜୁଳି କେବଳ ଡୁବୁକିରେ ପହଞ୍ଚିଲାନି ବରଂ ଏକ ଦୀର୍ଘ ପ୍ରତିଶ୍ରୁତି ପୂରଣ ହେଲା। ଏହା ସ୍ୱପ୍ନ ସୁରକ୍ଷା ଏବଂ ଏକ ଉଜ୍ଜଳ ଆସନ୍ତାକାଲିର ଆକାର ଦେଇଛି।
Giving access to everybody by providing affordable, reliable and sustainable power, electricity is a must, because we cannot imagine a Viksit Bharat or a developed country without every citizen having access to reliable and affordable power.
And so we now head back to Bhubaneswar, to a place you've probably never seen, but one that ensures power reaches homes efficiently. When you think of electricity, you think wires, poles, and power. But behind it all lies something crucial: accuracy. This is the meter testing lab in Bhubaneswar, where every unit counted is checked, tested, and trusted. It is run entirely by an all-women team of engineers, meticulously testing both single-phase and three-phase meters, processing up to 300 meters every single day. And now it's time to meet the wonderful team that ensures every kilowatt is counted right.
ଆଉ ଏସବୁର କେନ୍ଦ୍ରରେ ରହିଥାନ୍ତି ସୁପରଭାଇଜିଂ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟର। ସେମାନେ ମହିଳା ଟିମ୍ ଉପରେ ତୀକ୍ଷ୍ଣ ନଜର ରଖିଥାନ୍ତି। ଏହା ସହିତ ସେହି ଟିମ୍ର ପ୍ରତିଟି କାମ ଉପରେ ବିଶେଷ ଫୋକସ୍ ଦେଇଥାନ୍ତି।
So, ma'am, I'm super excited to be here. Could you just run us through exactly what is happening at this lab?
This is a smart meter testing lab. Basically, whatever energy flows from the generation point to the distribution point to the consumer, every point has to be metered. That recording is okay or not, we test it over here.
Okay.
So all these are highly precise also. We test the adequate accuracy.
So here you test commercial and residential meters, right? What are the common kind of complaints that come in or issues that you face in your profession?
There are a number of type of meters tested over here. First is newly procured, so all the meters are tested. Second is consumer complaints on their recording, so that also come up here and we test that in presence of consumer.
So if there's a dispute, a customer can request a test. The meter is then checked in real time and the results are shared live without any bias. Now, to understand this better, I'm actually meeting a customer who's here to see the testing of their own device. Himanshu, thank you so much for chatting with us. और मैं इतना खुश हूँ क्योंकि अभी आपका ये प्रोसेस जारी चल रहा है, तो मैं आपसे जानना चाहता था कैसा रहा ये प्रोसेस, कैसे पता चला आपके मीटर में कोई खराबी है?
एक्चुअली 2-3 महीने से रीडिंग जो है थोड़ा लो, एवरेज बिलिंग से लो आ रहा था, तो मैंने भी इन्फॉर्म किया जो फील्ड स्टाफ है उनको, तो उन्होंने जाके फिजिकली चेक किया, तो उन्होंने बोला कि समथिंग मिसिंग है आपका मीटर में, तो हम लोग आपका फैक्ट्री रनिंग करने के लिए स्टैंड बाई मीटर देते और ये मीटर को हम लोग टेस्ट करने के लिए भेजेंगे।
तो एज अ कस्टमर मैं जानना चाहूँगा आपका ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा?
आज ये कस्टमर, ये मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि कस्टमर को कोई प्रॉब्लम फेस करने को पड़ा ही नहीं, क्योंकि जब ये स्टाफ इतना कोऑपरेटिव भी और उन्होंने तो मेरे सामने ही चेक किया, मेरे सामने ही रिपोर्ट बनाया और ये केस को रिजल्व किया।
आई एम सो हैप्पी। थैंक यू फॉर चैटिंग हियर। थैंक यू।
हिमांशुଙ୍କ ସହ କଥା ହେବା ପରେ ମୋର ଉତ୍କଣ୍ଠା ଆହୁରି ବଢ଼ିଲା। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମିଟର କେମିତି ଟେଷ୍ଟ କରାଯାଏ ତାହା ଶିଖିବା ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଯାଉଛି।
First of all, you have to connect these leads over here, red phase, Y phase and B phase. Now you have to bring this down over here.
Okay.
Now the accuracy is over here. And you can see all the readings also in this meter.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
What's remarkable about this smart meter testing lab isn't just the state-of-the-art technology, but the precision behind it. You see, this team has tested more than 1.5 lakh meters so far and counting, ensuring that every meter is accurate throughout its entire life cycle. Now, in a sector where reliability is everything, their work guarantees that every single unit you consume is measured fairly. And the result? Accurate meters, fair bills, and customer trust. The transformation I saw across Odisha's power sector is deep, visible, and meaningful. But none of this happened overnight. It's the result of multiple departments working together.
We ensured a couple of things. We made sure that we have fuse call centers beyond sections. We had enough fuse call centers, like every discom had almost 800 to 900. The consumer gets information through SMS. He also gets information how much time it will take to restore. So I think now we are confident that larger geographies with a large rural population also, you can actually transform a distribution company, which we have done in the last 5 years. Proudest moment was when the Ministry of Power recognized us and rated us A+ in the last 2 consecutive years, and also placed in the top 10 discoms in the country. Other was, of course, when we could restore power in the remotest village during Dana cyclone in less than 24 hours. So those 2 things we are really, in fact, the whole team is very proud of.
Odisha is showing the way forward, that efficient, intelligent power delivery isn't just a luxury. It is the foundation for a growing, inclusive India. The current is flowing, and now it is time to carry that momentum across the country.
Tata Power. Sustainable is attainable.